Hey, Cmax here. Welcome to video 9, part B, the seating and crimping. We're over here at the bench, the press. I'm actually going to show you how to do it. I know that explaining it is very confusing, so we're actually going to walk through it. Got everything I need over here, including my little recipe with the depths and all the pertinent information written on a sheet. So, I've got everything at my fingertips. We've got the Lee 3-die set. This is the seating die and crimping die. So, just going to get it started there. We're going to put the shell holder in. Okay, we're going to get out the directions. Oh no, the directions. Okay, your die set includes the Lee seat and feed die. And what to talk about the feed die, this is set up for a bullet feeder system or something that they have. All right, let's see here. Okay, raise the ram to the top and screw it down till it touches. Seems like we do that a lot, don't we? Every one, that's just a starting place. Okay, she touches. All right, then back it out 3 full turns. Okay, remember we made a mark. It's just a reference. Just so happens it's over here on this side, so we're going to back it out. Well, actually, I got 2 marks here. You can see this one, so let's use that. Okay, come over here. So it's right here, so we're going to back it out. 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to twist her down. Okay, so first thing we're doing, we're just going to set the depth of the bullet. No crimping. We're not doing any crimping. By backing out 3 turns, the die body is so high that the internal crimping function of the die body does not work with it being backed out 3 full turns. So we put the charged case in here. So this case is ready to go with powder. We set the bullet on top and we raise it up in there. Okay, now we measure. I know what the depth needs to be, and let's see what we got here. But we need to do it some more. So we turn it in, raise it back up, bring it back down. Nope, need to do a little bit more. And this is just a process of what you have to do to set it to the correct overall length. Now this particular bullet that I'm loading has a cantilever, has those marks in it, so I have a guesstimate of about where it needs to be, but I have, I go by actual measurements. And we're going by 1.436. And remember, when you get close, you make smaller and smaller and smaller increments. We're pretty close. We're close to 5 thousandths. And let's see here. 6.3. It's 3.6 I want, so I've got to come down some more. It'll take you a few minutes, but you want to be very accurate on this step. We talked about the reasons why. I guess it helped if I turned it down. Whoa, it's too much. Sometimes it doesn't even really feel like you're doing anything, but you are, because if you go too far, then you've got to pull the bullet. So don't want to do that. 4.6. When you get down to these final ones, it really doesn't feel like you're doing much of nothing. Okay, 1.38. Very, very close. 1.436. I don't know if you can see that or not. 1.436. It's exactly what we're wanting. Okay, so this case has the bullet seated but no crimp, so it's not done. We're going to set it over here. Now, what we have to do is we have to set the crimp, which is a function inside the die body. So we back this out because, like I had said before, now I've got the bullet for the height to use as a guide. So you've got basically, you put it back in once you have the body set just to adjust the crimp, and that'll have the right height. So it's really not that difficult. Bullet in, raise it up. See, I can feel the case body touching. See, this no longer is touching the bullet, but I can feel the case body touch. So I'm going to move it in a little bit. And then look at there's need a little bit more. So we'll adjust that in a little bit. Maybe just a little bit more. Now remember, you can use your tick marks to kind of gauge, I'm doing an 1/8 of a turn or what have you. There we go. That's what I want. Just finger tighten this. Put the bullet back in. Raise it up. Now twist that down until it touches the bullet. And the bullet seating height is set. So that's it. Now every time I do it, one thing I like to do till I have a case gauge coming, but I'll pull the cylinder, check it in the cylinder. Boom. She fits fine. So I like to do that as well. So that cartridge is finished. So now we put another charged case in it. Set the bullet on it. And when you set the bullet, you want it to be as straight up and down as possible. It can be canted to one side or other, but you don't really want that. It can kind of make it funky when it goes down in the body. And that's something that this would straighten out, because remember, this actually post sizes is what they call it. But I think that's a huge, huge deal. So get that all in. Now what I also like to do is I like to spin it around. Some people laugh at that. That's a trick I got from a loader dude. It just makes sense to me, just to make sure everything is, you do it and you spin it around some and do it again, just to kind of make sure it's all even. So measure it again. And then what I'll usually do is I'll keep checking them. When I get them done, I put them in another tray and I turn them upside down. This again is a final check of the primers to see if there's any missing or any high ones. So this one's turned down in this tray. I know it's 100% complete. That one's done as well. And that one's done. And you continue the process. Okay, now what I've done is I went ahead and seated all the rest of these with the seating die, with the die body backed out so there was no crimp function. So these do not have any crimp at all, because we're going to crimp them using the Lee factory crimp die. So we're done with this one, so we take it on out. Take the Lee factory crimp die. Now one thing, I had two This is going to be simple. It's going to be setting it, and then you do the adjustments with the other knobs. So it's going to be easier on that. But I've got two cases here that we're going to experiment here with. And the first one, let me see if I can zoom in on this. Oops, wrong way. Can you see the ridge or bulge that's right about here? Okay, that's where the bullet ends up. This particular one did not go in straight, it went in an angle. This is what I was talking about. So we're going to see, hopefully you can see that. Well, I guess you can't because I'm not even in camera. So hopefully you can see that bulge right there. Okay, raise the ram to the top, and this is an easy one. Run the die down until it touches the shell holder. I think we've heard that before, haven't we? There it is right there. Then you set the lock ring finger tight. That's all you need to do. Then doesn't have to be torqued down. Then it says back out the adjusting screw. So we back that on out. I think that's probably enough. And now put one in it. And I'm going to spin this back down until I can feel it touch the case. I feel it right there. So I'm going to remove it down, spin it in. Okay. Not enough. So I need to turn that down to the right. I can hear it and feel it grabbing. Not enough. Turn a little bit more. We're getting there. And this is just kind of like the seating die too. You know, you don't want to do more than you need. So you do it in small increments. It's looking much better. We're almost there. The amount I want to do. Bingo. Okay, so we've got the two cartridges that have a little bulge in it from the bullet not going straight into it. So we're going to see if this post sizing will straighten that out. So here's the first one. I should be able to feel it in the sizing plug. Yep, felt it right there, felt it there. Alright, and let's do the second one. Yep, feel it right there. So it did it. Took it out. Now you can still kind of see it a little bit, but I can't feel it. So that's the advantage. That type of bulge right there, being taked out with the post sizing, is the major advantage of using the factory crimp die. Now, Lee's not the only company that makes these. You can get RCBS, other brands. But I think it's well worth it. And that's the major advantage of using the 4-die set with the factory crimp die. Okay, that's going to wrap it up on this one. The next video, we're going to talk about load bench. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. If this has helped you or you like it, please hit the like button so hopefully I can get the series out to other people who, may be trying to figure out if this is for them. Thanks a lot.